Apex, North Carolina is one of the most popular towns in the Triangle region, and it's easy to see why year after year it lands near the top of best places to live. In fact, SmartAsset recently ranked it the #7 most livable small city in the country, and Niche.com ranked it the #3 best place to live in the whole state. So, what makes Apex stand out in a region already filled with desirable communities? And what are the things you might want to be aware of before moving here? That's exactly what I'm going to unpack for you today. But before we get into it, my name is Matt Martin, and I'm a Raleigh-based realtor. I've helped tons of clients, just like you, relocate to the Triangle region of North Carolina, including right here in Apex. And if you're looking to do the same, I'd love to help you too. So let's start with the basics, like where is Apex and how big is it? Well, it's located in the southwestern corner of Wake County, just about 15 miles from downtown Raleigh, 20 miles from downtown Durham, and just under 25 miles from Chapel Hill. It's positioned almost like a hinge between some of the Triangle's biggest employment hubs, which makes it a strategic choice for people who want access to everything without being right in the middle of the hustle and bustle. The town gets its name from the fact that it was the highest point along a section of the old Chatham Railroad. In the late 1800s, trains would stop here to refill their water tanks, and the little community that formed around the station eventually grew into the Apex we know today. And you can definitely still see touches of that history, especially in the architecture downtown. But today's residents have traded the train for their cars, and luckily for them, Apex is super well connected in that regard. You've got easy access to Highways 1 and 64 to take you into Raleigh or into Pittsboro. Then you've got I-540, which is also known as the Outer Beltline, which loops you around to RDU Airport, Research Triangle Park, and almost the entire rest of the Triangle. Now, I say almost because as of this video in 2025, there's still one final section of the Outer Beltline that's yet to be completed that will connect I-40 to Knightdale, but work is already underway with a projected completion date of 2028. So I'm going to say 2030. And once that's done, you'll be able to take the entire 70-mile Outer Beltline all around the Triangle. Now, in terms of population, Apex has exploded in the last couple decades. In 1990, the population was barely over 5,000, and today it's right around 70,000. But despite all that growth, Apex still proudly uses the slogan, "the peak of good living." And for many residents, that's exactly how it feels. It's this combination of small town atmosphere and easy access to the entire region that makes Apex so appealing. You can enjoy quiet streets and neighborhood living, but you're still within a short drive of almost anywhere you might need to be. So, what is there to do in Apex? Well, let's kick things off in historic downtown Apex, which is anchored by Salem Street. Now, this might be a small downtown, but it's loaded with charm, with its colorful, restored historic buildings from the late 1800s and early 1900s that house boutique shops, art galleries, coffee spots, and restaurants. One of my favorite places to start the day is Common Grounds Coffee House, which serves up some of my favorite coffee and also just has a really cool vibe. First off, it's in the historic Tobacco and Mule Exchange building from 1917, which features a bunch of cool shops and restaurants. And then the interior is very boho chic with a mix of knickknacks for sale, from mugs to cuckoo clocks to hanging mobiles. It's fun and unique, and I love grabbing a coffee here, sitting outside along Salem Street, and taking in some people watching in downtown Apex. Then, if you're hungry, Salem Street Pub is a local institution that's known for their burgers, but my personal pick here are the chicken wings. Then the Halley Cultural Arts Center is also right along this stretch, hosting art exhibits, live performances, and community events year-round. It's a cultural anchor that adds a lot of personality to downtown. If you're looking for outdoor fun, Apex is part of the Greater Triangle Greenway Network with over 150 miles of trails for running, biking, and walking. Then there's tons of parks sprinkled throughout, with Apex Community Park being the flagship green space. This park spans more than 160 acres and includes a 50-acre lake, multiple athletic fields, tennis courts, and walking trails. It's a hub for everything from morning jogs to weekend picnics. Then Hunter Street Park has a skate plaza, dog park and playground, with the railroad tracks running along one side and a great new mixed-use development along the other, where you can stop in for a quick bite and coffee. And then Apex Nature Park offers a mix of activities from soccer fields, sand volleyball courts, and disc golf to nature trails and an amphitheater. And if you're looking for great ways to socialize, Apex keeps a busy events calendar, and many of them center on Salem Street. Peak Fest in early May is the largest, turning the entire downtown into a pedestrian festival with music, food, and art vendors. Then there's the old-fashioned 4th of July that features games for all ages, inflatables, the parade of wheels, and it ends with a splashdown from the Apex Fire Department. And then Apex hosts the only nighttime holiday parade in Wake County around Christmas time along Salem Street. And like the rest of the Triangle, you get to enjoy the outdoors quite a bit in Apex due to its more mild year-round weather. The great thing about here is that we get all 4 seasons, but the extremes, summer and winter, are more truncated than in many parts of the country. Yes, the summers are hot and humid, but the worst usually only lasts for about July and August. And yes, we get some snow, but only about 4 inches per year. But the best part is that Apex averages 220 sunny days a year, so lots of blue sky sunny days to get outside and enjoy all that Apex has to offer. Another reason people love Apex is for the great schools. Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know I have to limit what I say about schools for fair housing reasons, but Apex is part of the Wake County Public School System, which is the largest district in North Carolina and ranked number 4 out of the state's 100+ districts. And according to Dish.com, the public schools in Apex earn an A rating overall. Apex also offers charter and private options within a short drive, so you have a variety of choices. Now, I have to say, school assignments can change from year to year, so it's always important to confirm the current zoning and any enrollment caps before making a move. So, what about the economy and jobs in Apex? While Apex doesn't have the concentration of office space that you'd find in Raleigh or Durham, its location puts it close to some of the biggest employment hubs in the Triangle. Research Triangle Park, or RTP, is only 20 to 25 minutes to the north, and it's home to major tech, biotech, and research employers like IBM, Cisco, GSK, and Veridea. Then downtown Raleigh's government, finance, and healthcare sectors are just to the northeast, and nearby Holly Springs is becoming a huge biotech hub, with giants like Fujifilm and Amgen investing billions into manufacturing space there. So Apex is perfectly positioned for easy access to all these hubs, which explains why the median household income in Apex is about $138,000. That's more than 75% higher than the national median of just over $78,000. So, with great access to jobs, parks, schools, and proximity to the rest of the Triangle, it's no surprise that Apex just keeps growing. And there are 2 major projects that I want to highlight here. The first one I've briefly talked about in my other videos, and that's Veridea. This is a $3 billion master plan development covering more than 1,000 acres in Southeast Apex, with multiple types of housing, commercial space, greenways, amenities, and even a college campus. The renderings are beautiful, with the design being centered on creating a city within a city where you can live, work, and play without constantly relying on your car. So, picture a walkable town center surrounded by residential neighborhoods, shops, restaurants, workplaces, and open spaces. The project will be built in phases over many years, but infrastructure work has already begun, and we're expecting this development to have a major impact on Apex's economy and housing market. Then, the second major announcement is that Apex was selected for the site of the Carolina's first standalone children's hospital, which will be called the NC Children's Health Complex. This state-of-the-art pediatric healthcare facility will provide specialized care, research, and family resources to the entire Triangle region and beyond. And it's also expected to bring in over 8,000 new jobs and attract top healthcare talent. So, with all this demand, you must be wondering what housing prices are like in Apex. And this is where I have a bit of bad news for you, as I'm sure you expected. As of July 2025, the median single-family home price came in at $735,000, making Apex the second most expensive community in Wake County, only being bested by its neighbor Cary at $771,000. For that median price, you can expect a 4-bed, 3-bath home with around 2,800 square feet. And because so much of Apex is on the newer side, the average home that sold in July of 2025 was from 2009. So you're likely going to be in an HOA community, many with amenities like a pool, clubhouse, or a playground. Now, on the plus side, property taxes are relatively low in Apex. Here in North Carolina, your property taxes are made up of a county rate and a city rate, which combined come in at about 0.873%. So, on a $700,000 home, you're looking at property taxes of just over $6,100 a year. So, that's a look at Apex, North Carolina, one of the hottest towns in the Triangle region. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're considering a move to the Triangle, whether it's Apex or somewhere else, I'd love to be your guide. You can reach me by phone, email, or text, and you can find all my contact information in the link below or by scanning this QR code right here with your phone. And if you like this video, I have a whole catalog of others all about moving to, living in, and buying real estate in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's another one here that you may like, so give it a click to keep on watching.